think of, let's say, local grown food, something that is related to the health. A bit of contrast to the other side, which is going to be high-end luxury and hotels and retail. Now, if you think of the workspace, in the whole master plan, we're expecting around 75,000 people who will be working in the whole master plan. Now, out of that, residential is going to be just 10,000. So if you think of that, those lucky ones will be able to live and work in the same place, only walking distance from their workspace. This is just few renders. You can have an idea of what exactly we are creating with the master plan, just some of the amenities, some of the sitting area. Now, this is a very unique feature as well. We call it the boulevard, which is a green feature that is stretching through the whole master plan. Think of it as a spine that's connecting each phase. Now, altogether, the whole master plan is going to have 6 phases. All the 6 phases will be completed by 2040. However, the phase we are talking today about is the phase A that is going to be completed by 2030. So we have this bigger master plan picture, and then obviously we're starting with the phase A, which I'm going to tell you a bit more shortly. One of the other interesting features, it's called inner circle. You will see it on the master plan as a round circle, pretty much spanning across the master plan all the length of 2 kilometers. And why this is so important, because one of the unique features of the whole master plan is the green community. If we put things in a perspective, I'm going to tell you, for example, downtown has 10% of the green space. If we talk about Dubai Hills, including the golf course, it's only around 13% of the green space. Here we're talking about 20.3% of green space. So it's not only, if you think of the current DIFC, where it's offices and retail, this is a completely different concept with more greenery and more wellness all around. Now this is the inner circle that I mentioned previously, altogether around 2 kilometers. So think of someone who is living in the residential building, goes in the morning for a run or cycling, and then after that maybe has a morning coffee and then walks to the office. This is just few renders of the whole district as well, so you can have an idea. A lot of water features, a lot of greenery between the buildings. Now think of the retail and, let's say, coffee shops and restaurants that are extending into the walking area. So not only will you have designated retail space, but that space is extending in the walking areas. Think of the concept of the current DIFC in terms of the connection between buildings, let's say these bridges that we currently have in DIFC. So that's going to be very similar, connecting this phase of DIFC to the previous one as well. So connectivity is a big thing as well. Now, another beautiful photo of the master plan as well, where you can see a bit more where the residential towers are. So we have Tower 1 over here and Tower 2 just on the left side. Now, what is super important, obviously we are central and the best location in downtown and in Dubai, with the views from literally every corner of the building. If we're talking from this side, we're facing the Burj Khalifa on the left side. If we're looking at this side, we have the AI campus, which is going to be one of the central locations in the master plan and one of the spots within the master community. And then on this side, we're facing Emirates Tower. So on each side, for example, conference room on this side, so we are overlooking the low-rise buildings on the open area. The whole area in the phase A is going to span across 1.1 million square feet. So we are talking about the community that is going to be completed by 2030, as I mentioned. However, buildings will be completed Q4 2029. And of course, we know the DIFC, so when the DIFC says it's going to be completed Q4 2029, it will be completed. There are no delays or anything like that. So this is something you can definitely proudly explain to your clients. Another important numbers in the phase A, from the people who will be working, we're expecting 20,000 people to work within the community, with HQ offices being on the front side, with the conference center, with the AI campus, with the art pavilion. I'm going to go through the amenities and the whole area a bit more, but this is just to have a reference because only 1,020 people will be able to actually live there. So we definitely know, as the first residential building of the whole master plan, of course, we are expecting the highest appreciation in the first tower. Now, let's go a bit more into details what exactly is in the first phase. So this is all phase A. We are talking only about the phase A, where we have HQ offices on the front, so very front facing Emirates Towers. We have art pavilion just on this side. Again, very unique, very beautiful building as a landmark as itself. Then we have stables, the current ones, which I mentioned will be redesigned into homegrown food and, let's say, healthy organic restaurants and coffee shops. Then we have on this side, we have Innovation Hub And then we have AI campus just over here, with residential buildings being just here. So as I mentioned, Tower 1 and Tower 2, and this is all Phase A. Let's have a look at a few more renders for the Phase A as well. Now again, similar concept to the DIFC, just think about a bigger and better scale with Class A offices and a lot of innovation. This is the AI campus, and again, another landmark within the master plan, where you have these beautiful stairs taking you all the way to the campus. Now this whole area and all the water features around have been designed by Vet Design, and if you know about them, they've designed Burj Khalifa fountains, also Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas. So a big name bringing beautiful concept to our master plan as well. This is Art Pavilion and DIFC Academy, again, landmark as itself, with the beautiful exterior from outside. This is the stable. So as you can see, the current existing design is going to be redesigned into something that is going to fit this beautiful features on the in the master plan. Just a few more renders. As you can see, a lot of people walking, running, retail, shopping. Another great example of the master plan. So this is the green boulevard that I was saying. So here you can expect all the high-end retail, boutique hotels with membership clubs and so much more. Now, why this building or this residential tower is so important? For example, this is the conference room. So think of all the people who will be coming and visiting in this area, which means great Airbnb and great potential for everyone who lives here and then work in one of these towers or anywhere around. From this side of the Phase A, you will be able to walk to any side of the future master plan. And of course, because everything is going to be handed over by 2030, you won't have this problem of construction that you might be thinking that can exist. Now we come to the residences. The reason why we are here today is the location of the residences, which is in Phase A. And obviously we don't have to speak additionally about the location. We know it's the central location with, of course, the best views of Dubai. And the building itself. So we have Tower 1 and Tower 2. Tower 1 being G plus 25 with 253 units. And then lower tower will be 210 residences. Unique for both towers are duplexes on highest floors. So in Tower 1, we have 24 and 25th floor only reserved for duplexes, and very limited number of duplexes. We have only 6 3-beds and 6 4-beds, but I'm going to come back later so you can have an idea. Altogether, 463 units in this launch. Now, let's come to the amenities. Here you have a better view of the building. Our building model is outside, so we can explain you a bit more. If you think of the entrance to the building, we're coming from this side with a beautiful kind of underground, think of a hospitality level drop-off with beautiful water features. You will see that on another slide. With the main pool, kids pool, this is going to be a clubhouse. Think of the wellness area with the clubhouse squash as well. On the top we have paddle courses just here. And on this side we have a wellness area, which is not going to be only for residences, but it's going to be extension of the whole amenities that people can use within the building. And then, as you can see, beautiful views from each side, and we will come back to shortly. This is just some of the amenities we have. Think of some of the amenities being within the building, with co-working space, kids and family areas, and then outside amenities such as paddle, squash, and so much more. And this is the lobby that I was saying. So if you think of high-end hotels, this is pretty much what we have within our residences. So if you are a resident, you're coming down straight to the parking with 2-level basement parkings. And if you are coming with a drop-off, this is going to be a drop-off area. So everything within the building is just a beautiful, beautiful design. Few more renders, so you can see the views from each part of the building, all facing the Burj on that side, from the pool. A lot of greenery, as I was saying, kids area, and then we come to the residences. So within the building, we have 1, 2, and 3-bedroom standard units. And what is really unique is the 3-bed duplexes and 4-bed duplexes. So altogether, from 1 bed, we have 247 1-beds. In average, size is going to be around 840 and more size in square feet. For 2 beds, we have 164 units for 2 beds, all being around 1,400 square feet. So we're talking about good sizes, as you can see. We were not limited with small size and space. 3-bedroom, only 40 units in both towers, being just slightly under 1,900 square feet, and very, very unique 3-bed duplexes and 4-bed duplexes, as you can see here. Amazing sizes, over 3,400 for 3 beds and over 4,400 for 4-bed duplexes. Now, while we are on this slide, prices will be just under 4,000 per square foot. Now, if you think of the DIFC heights, we had 4,100 per square foot. Now it will be slightly under, so really competitive prices, just around 3,800, 3,900, obviously blended average, which means some units will have a lot lower, some higher, but this is what you can expect. In terms of the building itself, pretty straightforward floor plans, because 3-bed units will be facing the Burj all the way front. So think of the amenities being in the center, 3-bed as well on the standard floors on this side, and then slightly lighter color will be 2 beds. So we have 2 beds on the corners and 2 beds over here, and then the lightest color is 1 bed. So we have some amazing units for 1 beds. Now, some people will say these are, let's say, prime units, but not really. As we said, each side will have amazing views, because over here, you're facing the current DIFC and Emirates towers. On this side, you're overlooking the AI campus and the whole community that is being built now. And then, obviously, from this side, you're facing the Burj. Over here, everything is going to be low-rise, so from each side, you are actually getting a great unit. Just a few renders to know what kind of quality you can expect. Of course, DIFC being DIFC, we're talking about beautiful, elegant design, warm colors, natural colors with city views. Now, if we are looking at here, DIFC living, again, DIFC building on track with the construction. So this is the current state of the DIFC living at the moment. So, of course, we are expecting Q4 2029 this project to be handed over as well. A few more renders just to have an idea. Again, warm tones, natural colors. We're talking about simplicity, elegance, and natural colors. And then penthouses for the penthouses floors, as you can see, 24 and 25, 25th floor in Tower 1, and then level 20 and 21 in Tower 2, with 3-bed being on the side, and then 4-bed duplexes being inside in Tower 1, while in Tower 2 is the other way around. We have 4-bed duplexes on the sides, on the outside, and then we have 3-bed from the inside. Again, same views as I was telling you in the previous slide, facing the Burj Khalifa on this side, and then the current DIFC Emirates towers on that side. So let's say city view, and let's say community, existing community view. Just a few more renders of the duplexes as well, as you can expect. Gorgeous designs, absolutely my favorite. Next slide is going to show you a bit more, with stairs coming to the higher floor. There you go. From here, you can see the upper floor as well. So only really, this is going to be for truly special clients, only 6 units in both towers, for 3-bed and 4-bed. Now, coming to the payment plan, of course, 70-30, great payment plan. We kept the same payment plan as before. 70 during construction, 30 on the completion, with pretty relaxed payment plan. On the booking, it's going to be 5%. Then you have 5% on the SPA, with registration fees being 5%. So please keep that in mind. As usual, the FC is 5%, so it's going to be 5 pretty much for the booking stage. And then we go in August 2026, 5%, pretty stretched out until the handover, which is Q4 2029, when it's 30%. In the meantime, just 10% until then, and then in June 2029, 5%. So really good payment plan as well. Starting prices will be at 2.6. Again, keep in mind these are the starting prices, of course, depending on the unit, floor, and so on. As I mentioned earlier, you can expect prices, average blended prices, to be just slightly under 4,000. You had the previous slide with sizes, so you can pretty much get the idea of the expected sizes and prices. Now, in terms of the EOIs,